The kits will come shipped with the transom stick, as we call it, or bracketry, bolted onto a pivot point in the back. Generally, that's the best balance point. If you need to change your balance, undo your nuts and bolts and your washers, and move your hole up here, here, here to get whatever balance point you feel comfortable with on your boat. But as of right here, that's a perfectly dead zero balance, or just a hair bit of tail weight onto the back, because we set it without a prop for perfect balance, so it'll be just a little bit tail heavy, which that's what you want. We're fixing to add the handle holder to the bottom of the Lafon motor with the bolts here and through here. We have two separate bolt patterns, one's for the Predator and one's for the Lafon. Right now the motor's standing up on the nose. There's no oil or gas in this motor. It's just like it does when you pull it out of the box fresh. That way you don't liquid lock the motor if you turn it up if you added gas or oil. These two bolts here, one's a lock nut. Your handle goes in, you tighten the top nut down on the handle, then run your lock nut down against this nut and it won't come loose. Take the bracketry, the flat side here, goes to the flat side there. Put your bolt in there. Bolt in here. And we'll tighten that up. We have the handle bracketry bolted to the bottom of the motor, also blue Loctite on these two. When you get the motor, it comes with a bracket like this, has 4 bolts like this. We're only using the 2 here. Keep the 2 bolts. The brackets you can use for whatever you want to, because we do not use this bracketry. We'll take the motor, set it back down, spin it around. Dropped my watch, sorry guys. We're going to put the handle in here, which I've got to loosen it. Still not quite enough. Got to do one. There we go. Handle's in. The handle will be positioned with the throttle cable coming through here, or the case on this one, we're just going to put the throttle cable on the outside and wire tie it. The hole right here is for the kill switch. It goes horizontal to the motor, and we'll tighten this up and be right back. This is our actual throttle handle mechanism to run the throttle. There's 2 U's. Put it across there, put the one in there, have 2 bolts, put them in there, tighten them up. You rolling or not? When you put your eyelet in for your kill switch, put the eyelet in first, put your nut on it, tighten it down completely. Cut this off somehow because your throttle cable is going to be in the way of the bolt. We're going to tighten this up, saw it off, and we'll be right back. Just for the austerity of stuff, we just lobbed this off real quick. Instead of cutting it flush, we generally cut it on the bandsaw to make this a flush fit here. Just we're running low on battery, so we're trying to hurry up and get this done right quick. Got your handle tightened here. You can rotate this around and loosen these screws here so it rotates. Take your throttle cable. It comes down into the hole here, line up these 2 holes, slots here with that slot. The cable comes through it. Like so. Rotate that back around where it's supposed to be, which is generally there. We'll tighten this back down right quick. And then we're going to wire tie this or zip tie this up to the bracketry. We'll be right back. In the kit also be supplied 5 of the wire ties. You can put your throttle cable down the side. You can put it through the hole here, but you have to have your handle in with your gas tank off and all that set to wire it up that way if you want to run it through the pre-drilled hole. which you can do. We're just showing you the easy way to do it. The other way is the same way. It's just a little bit harder. You just have to do it a little bit reverse order to get it through here first before you get it up into here and put your gas tank back on. Once this is done, you come back over here, you open your throttle open, you grab a pair of pliers, grab the end of the cable, and you pull it tight. That way there's no slack in the cable here. So this is tight. Undo the ferrule nut here, slide it up as far as you can while pulling tight. Take a screwdriver and tighten that up. We have the cable pulled tight. We have the screw here. Tighten the screw against that as tight as you can. Then once you think you got it tight, take your pliers or wrench, go back here and hold that, which is the 8mm, which I have somewhere here. Alright, take your 8mm wrench, hold on the back of that. That's after you pull this tight and tighten it down as tight as you can. Give it about another half turn. It bites into that cable where the cable can't move. Then down here, when you grab this and pull it, it goes wide open. It can't go any further. That's your full throw on that motor. And it has excellent return because we've had the other return spring at the back. Without that, it will not return. And your motor will sit there and basically run away with you. So that's how basically you put the throttle cable on this. We do offer to build this kit wired plus the throttle hookup and all that done for you for an extra $50 if y'all like to do that. And we're fixing to go through how to put the kill switch on right quick. This is your kill switch, or lanyard as they call it. On the back side it has M and has I. We use M for magneto. We do not use the I portion of it. We take a pair of pliers, just grab the upright, twist it back and forth a little bit, and it will break off flush down below. That way, if you hook the eye up, it's just backwards. The thing will run with the lanyard off and not run with it on. So I always use the M portion of it. Take this, screw it onto your eye. Cable through the house. This is the pre-made harness that we sell. It saves a lot of time and frustration trying to go out and buy all these little parts and wire just to make up one harness. It's well worth the time and effort to buy it already done. Take your two female spade connectors, hook it onto the back of the kill switch. This will get wire tied down the handle around the base of the motor and over to the other side. This is the Y connector that is included in it. You take the original harness loose here, which goes up to the magneto. Plug one side of this in to the female side. Plug the spade connector from the original harness into the red side. Generally what I do is after I get it wire tied to the handle, I'll take this, loop it up in a nice service loop, like so. Plug that into that side. Other side of this goes into the ground. Turn that on. If not, your motor ain't gonna run no matter what you do. And then your lanyard controls everything. The lanyard is put in, the motor will start and run. Pull the lanyard out, it stops. Or for safety, you can turn this off, and a lot of times the kids are messing with it, they won't know to turn that on, and they're not gonna start it no matter what they do. If you after we got this wire tied to the handle in one spot, we take up the extra slack here in a service loop, take a wire tie, run it over that, tighten that down. Take your 8mm wrench, undo the bolt here, which is your factory ground wire here. Put the wiring harness ground onto that wire, put it right back in where you took it out, and we'll tighten it down. Make sure it's good and tight. Once that's tight in there, you can take the rest of your wire, take another wire tie it through here to the factory harness and up through both of these. Pull it tight to the side of the motor, like so, and that gives you a clean installation of your wiring harness. You can put a wire tie across these two here, which we have the smaller wire ties included in the kit. Just put one across here, tighten that up so these can't vibrate out at all. This one's not coming out at the bottom. And that concludes building the small kit for the 2 horsepower Predator motor. And if you have any questions, please call us or email us at beaverdammuddrunners.com. This is the completed kit of the Beaver Dam small kit. It has complete with the throttle handle. Everything has been hooked up internally to the original motor throttle assembly. The lanyard assembly ready to go onto your jeans or whatever you put, or to your armband. The wiring harness that we sell is wired and showed how to wrap it up on the side to have a neat installation. Remember to turn your motor on or off here. If you have it off here, no matter what you do with this, it's not going to run. So make sure that this is on and your lanyard is in, then your motor becomes hot and it will run. Once you get it all assembled, remember to put the correct amount of gas and oil in the motor. And like I said, if there's any technical questions, please call us or email us at beaverdammuddrunners.com.